We've heard, what we've learned today. I had the privilege of eavesdropping in many of your sessions, and our moderators for each of the breakout sessions have given me some feedback. I heard that we had a good balance between practical and research-oriented presentations today. Robert Thurman talked about the media's responsibility and how the lack of fact-checking has eroded the validity of the news. Most of today's media is opinion-based, not relying on fact-checkers or counter opinions to what was reported even within the same program. David Sawyer, Edgar Kahn, and Sharon Anderson all gave great insight into repairing society. They shared personal experiences and stories from their professional careers. It's easy to be civil when things are going well. And I'll go a step further and suggest that we don't even need civility until such time as we do have disagreements. When dealing with especially thorny differences with one another, where you really don't want to understand where they're coming from, it's probably best to do such discussion privately so as to avoid public disgrace and embarrassment, which leads me to the adage of privately admonish somebody privately and publicly praise them. And I think we can all probably do a little better job of that. Anger can be contagious and self-perpetuating. To avoid irrational and perpetual anger, we should make efforts to seek positive, constructive actions in response to our anger. Motivation to do good from being angry. Eventually, violence fails in its objective, and as a result, it is a poor use of our time and energy. So some really great insights from this. At the beginning, I asked you to identify 3 things from the sessions that you're going to put to use. I hope you have at least 1 or 2 of those, and you can always cancel and replace when you hear even better ones tomorrow. I want to come back to our surveys that we did at the outset. The first one we asked, where are you from? Not a big surprise. Everybody is from North America. That is a bit of a surprise. I thought we had some from Europe. 93% from the US, some from Canada, some from Mexico. In terms of your ethnicity, 7% Asian, 4% Black or African American, 15% identified as Latino, Latina, Latinx, and almost 3/4 Caucasian. This has been a challenge of ours, is bringing people in from all different perspectives and so on, and it's a hard thing to do in this space. I've learned that over these years. And then we asked you to check all of the feelings that currently relate to your life. 19% said you're thankful, 11% peaceful, 4% hurt. I'm thrilled to hear all of those. 7% energized. I hope getting into this conference was part of that. 4% fearful, 7% optimistic, 15% anxious or worried, 7% loving, and 4% that I feel I'm part of a community, 15% exhausted and worn out. That's a similar number to the anxious and worried. 4% empowered. So quite a cross section there, but I have to tell you, I'm pleased that it wasn't as despondent as I've heard from other groups where we shared this message. And I hope it's even more uplifting and optimistic tomorrow by the end of session 2. I want to thank you all for your participation today. And what better way to do it than by awarding yet another prize? As you saw from our announcements throughout the day, we have a conference game that's going on, and it has a number of different challenges. Well, Miss Karen Banda has been racking up the points from those various challenges and is the leader for today. So we thank Karen for your participation, and we're going to do that by sending you 2 books from our speakers today, including Richard Gillette's book and Ted Wetzel's books. So enjoy those. Give us a little while to get them to you after the conference is over, but I promise they will get to you. If you haven't checked out the event game on our platform, please do so and let us know. There's still a lot of challenges left. I haven't been privy to what they are, so check them out, and you too can be a winner. In addition, we have Jason Kingsley, who will be receiving a book for being so quick on the keyboards and attentive to the presentation, so thank you. I have one more contest for you. The first one who can accurately tell us the name of Richard Gillette's most recent book. So it needs to be the accurate title of Richard Gillette's most recent book. Put it in the comment, and the first one who is there and is accurate wins it. So let me take a few minutes and just wrap up. We've accomplished a lot. I'm incredibly grateful to all of you who are in attendance for your patience. I'm especially grateful for our producers, our behind-the-scenes team here who were working furiously to fix these things. I promise tomorrow is going to be a much smoother day, but I think we learned an awful lot. Tomorrow is going to build on today tremendously. Tomorrow is going to be talking about grassroots civility and civility in government. And we have the special honor of spending the better part of an hour starting at 11 o'clock Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern, with Representative Emmanuel Cleaver, a remarkable man. He was at our conference in 2019, and everybody in attendance was willing to let him talk until the wee hours of the night. We're not going to let him do that tomorrow, but I promise it's going to be time very worth your while. I want to thank our presenters. Each of you exceeded my very high expectations. It was such a joy working with you to develop what you're going to talk about, and you just, every one of you knocked it out of the park. Thank you. I want to thank our sponsors. We'll talk about them in more detail tomorrow, but Oakland Rockridge Durant Lodge, Masonic Lodge, Conejo Valley Masonic Lodge, King David's Masonic Lodge, all of you provided space, money, and so on and so forth. The Meriwether Family Community Fund, DePrince Racenzola, a fantastic investment manager. We just a number, the Worldwide Civility Center, Institute for Civility and Government, Institute for Civil Dialogue. All of these organizations have helped support us. National Coalition for Dialogue and Discourse. To all of you, we are incredibly, incredibly grateful. Thank you to my support team here and afar, and most of all, thank you for your patience and participation. So, we're going to wrap up a little early here at 3 o'clock Pacific, about 15 minutes from now, 6 o'clock Eastern. Come back to Socio, and there will be 4 different Zoom rooms from which you can decide to go into. Academia for students, teaching faculty, and research. Those that are interested in learning more about politics and government, activism and leadership, or community efforts. These are not moderated sessions. It's designed to be that cocktail party where you just gravitate to somebody, start a conversation, and who knows where it's going to go. So open discussion. We hope you'll take advantage of that. Tomorrow, please be here at 8:30 sharp, Pacific time, 11:30 Eastern. We'll open up the Socio a half an hour early. Again, you have any trouble or concerns, you know how to find us either through Socio or an email. And we will be sending an email out to everybody tonight so you know exactly where to link in. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your participation. Tomorrow is going to be even better. Be well, be safe, enjoy your evening.